Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyer here, and in this series we find interesting new decks that I haven't played before, talk about my thoughts about them, learn games live, run a few matches, and then afterwards give my thoughts on what I've learned after playing this deck for a few games. Okay, so we got this Vader 4 blue list. I thought it was pretty interesting. Got second place here at a decently competitive 60-player PQ on August 9th. Thought it was a cool list. Little different from the typical version of Vader 4 Blue. I've been noticing that list, the normal Vader 4 Blue does pretty poorly into Talzin, and especially with Talzin winning the biggest tournament, I can see you having to deal with a ton of it. But one of the things that I think does good in that matchup is if you can consistently get shields on your spaceships, it's very difficult for them to interact with it because you already have built-in Power of the Dark Side protection, and then the only thing they're going to do is force throw and force lightning. So being able to have a shield is pretty sweet. And looking at this list, I think this can actually be pretty good. And also, it does have multiple ways to be able to steal shields here in Shuttle and Survivor's Gauntlet. Being able to take other people's, like, basically everyone's running shields at this point, and especially like Gar, Saxon, you got to worry about. Talzin with their 2/2 shielded guy, Krennics everywhere. But then you're super protected if you can have shields versus typical threats that you see in the meta. So being able to steal that, pretty sweet. We also have Iden to be able to give a shield to whatever we want. So I think this can actually be a pretty good list going into the current meta, and I can understand why I got second at that PQ. Because, I didn't build this list. I'm just trying to reverse engineer what they did and why this was so successful here. Malevolence, I think, is actually a pretty sweet tech, especially when you can really get a ton of, like in race scenarios, when you have a ton of tokens, you can exploit this guy out, prevent someone from attacking, and you have a little restore built in there. It'd be interesting to hear what his thoughts and why he put that in. But I just think it's a good card, but in what scenarios, what matchups and stuff like that, like a more specific thing. But also we got this cloaked Star Viper having the double shield. I can see that being pretty sweet in a couple of matchups. So overall, I wanted to just see how this plays. Let's get into the games, and we'll talk about it after we're done. Going against Palp Blue. I feel like I'm just going to like curve out. Probably avoid the mercenary gunship and just go straight into Onyx. Maybe double. I don't know if I have to worry about double one drop. Here, I think we can get better. Unfortunate. I think we go here. I think we just double up on that. And we just do this. We'll be able to curate our draw. And we can go into Iden. I think we definitely put that on the bottom. And then since it's a guaranteed play, we'll go there. But he might have a hard time activating this because we're going to be pretty diagonal. He might develop on ground. I'm not too familiar with these decks, though. I haven't played that many of them. Okay, so just kidding. He's definitely... yeah, I guess he didn't want it to die, so we'll just claim. I was going to die anyway, so I can go... I'm thinking I might end up going Iden here, even though we drew two of them. Let's try this and see what happens. Okay, we got the token. He's going to flip. We're going to go TIE Fighter. Let me make sure. Okay, so we gotta watch out for like Power of the Dark Side. Maybe Fell the Dragon. Don't think I want this. I think I want to weave in this with Clone Combat. So Clone Combat into First Order TIE Fighter next turn. This turn we're probably just going to slam either Clone Combat or Shuttle. So we'll drop the Mercenary. We'll get the attack in. So guarantee the attack. I want to see what he's doing. So we'll attack here. We don't have any pumps here, so we can't like trade with something with the token. So we have tons of options here. You can't really rip too much. Go TIE Fighter. Then we're going to go Clone Combat. Okay. I'm thinking we still drop the Mercenary. Don't want that. Defeated. I think it's going to be hard for him to defeat something this turn. We'll see if he can kill this immediately. Yeah, Shatterpoint. Okay. I think we just slam it as much damage as possible. Go wide. Okay, so we can go shielded. We can drop basically all this. It's either these three or a 4-1. I think we stick with the original plan. Yeah, because we can't even run Inferno 4. We'll just kill our own. So TIE Fighter. Do that, and we'll do that, and then we will pass. We'll drop Inferno 4, and then we'll be able to play everything. Ideally, we'd got like Overwhelming or something on for 5 plus a 1. We're looking at quite a bit of damage. He's going to need I don't think he's going to be able to kill anyone to be able to flip. So on the hero side, what are we worried about on 6? He can like main deck Bamboozle. Okay, double Shatterpoint. I don't feel like that's terrible. So does that mean we just slam? Like, because we just go ham as possible. We throw it on First Order Fighter, I think. Unless he's main decking Bamboozle. Here. Well, I guess we can just get greedy as possible. Shoot for 5. We just bait out as many actions if we want. The 18, 21. Because if he starts passing, we can just deploy Vader on the ground. Like, you just kind of makes it very obvious. Yeah. So then we go like that. So he just keeps passing. Okay. And we just keep everything here. Oh, what a weird hand. I almost want to keep it for the 2 into the 3. Let's try it. I'll probably drop Phil and Victor and keep a second Victor. Just in case. We got initiative. I don't really have an answer for at least our first attack next turn. Okay. Gonna claim. I'm thinking I'm gonna just play Victor Leader, make him have to deal with it, and then potentially get a free trade with Onyx. So I want to be able to weave in the 1 next turn in case he kills Victor Leader. So I think we drop that. Don't know how much I should be prioritizing Survivor's Gauntlet in this matchup. But let's try it. So we slam that. We're at 3-4 into his Kello's time. Okay, so he trades in anyway. I think we go for the attack. I think of it as like Grenade Strike or Daring Raid. We're not trading, we just attack in. And then we're going to go for a TIE Fighter. And pass, he only played a TIE Bomber, which I think is pretty good for us. Okay, covering the wing. Still want to keep. Do I even bother with keeping with Victor Leader here? I think it's going to go covering the wing. Yeah, we have the salvage for our other Victor Leader. I think I'm just going to tank everything. Yeah, I'll just keep everything as healthy as possible. Firm triggers. Maybe we can put one on the TIE Fighter, but let's do that. Let's guarantee the attack. A little inefficient, but I just wanted to do that. We'll go for the kill. A 2-drop. Can play another Kylo's. I want this to be able to trade into something potentially. Okay, GG. Okay. Big meta matchup here. So I'm thinking In the normal version, this is a terrible matchup for Vader. Absolutely terrible. And we don't have initiative. Thinking maybe we go double 1-drop. Then we have, yeah, I think we have a decent hand. So, like the Mulligan, no. I think we're going to drop Survivor's Gauntlet. For sure. Create a token or create a fighter token, I think. Oh, because we want the double 1 into this. We want salvage in case he force throws us. Let's get rid of that. Okay. It's pretty good draws. I'll go like that. Which do we want to attack with first? I'm thinking he would want to kill that, so let's get in. Pass. I don't think we need 2 overwhelmings. The bummer on the draw. Yeah, force landing, that makes sense. We're going to go. What would we get rid of? Another overwhelming. Okay. So then now he could have force throw. And then he would. Okay, so if he force throws me, then I can Inferno and keep it alive. So we'll salvage. We'll get that back. He should force throw himself, but. Yep. And then we're going to attack. Claim. I think we're definitely going to shuttle here and take that shield. I think that's very good in this particular matchup. The next turn. Do we care about overwhelming? Do we just care about board? Yeah. Let's do it. Because we'll have Iden potentially. So I think we definitely take. The double shield for the flip. We attack. We claim. Okay, we're on 6. So we might as well keep that. Pilot the dark side blocker, and then we just overwhelming. And we have force zone and force lightning blockers here. So we're gonna hit 4. You can drop me by 2. Yeah, I think we just try to kill as many as possible. 7. Oh, we'll just kill these 2. That's all we got. Okay. Debating, we have 8, 11. We have lethal on board. We'll drop this so we can play both. Well, we can't play that. Okay. I just don't think he has any actions to be able to do it. So, oh, just kidding. Here, let's still do it. Pilot saves him, does the 3. Oh, that's actually sick. So we go here, and then we just claim. And then he has multiple, the power of the dark side. Yeah, so we were blocking power, and then we kill that, and then we claim. And that's a tough matchup. That's what the benefits of this blue version having so many shields. Okay. I wonder if this is worth keeping in this matchup. Probably not. We don't have the double 1. I don't know if we need it, especially with initiative. Anything that he plays, I think we kill. We can trade into. So let's just not drop the Benevolence, drop 1 shuttle, I think. Guess he could Daring Raid it. Daring Raid or Grenade Strike. Beats this. We claim. Like to see that for sure. I think we just drop the Victor Leader immediately and try to go for a free trade onto TIE Bomber. People have been using... Well, let's drop the shuttle so we can have a potential entrenched Inferno 4. If he has Vader, then we just get destroyed, I think. But I think it's worth the risk for such a big upside. I don't want to play around exactly Vader. I feel like this matchup is so fragile. Lamau, there it is. So I think we're not in a good spot. Do I attack in? He's gonna kill that. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to attack in. Victor Leader is the target. Okay, so we have a shot here. Well, I have to claim because he's just going to ping. You can double ping with Vader. I'm going to claim entrenched. We potentially have options. I think, does he play any? I guess he would play. I'm going to drop the Clone Combat. I'm going to drop that because the 3-2 with shielded, he could be playing. So we're going to go here. I think this is our only shot. And then he has to attack into it. Okay. That's pretty good. We'll try to curate our draw. I don't think we need another Victor Leader. I guess we could go wide. We don't want that because he just double pings it, so we'll put that on the bottom. Actually, no, we don't do that. We go here. Does it even matter? He just goes ping, ping. No. Do I care about any of these? Because I think it's going to go shuttle into flip. And then he can't flip onto that. The only thing I can think of. Does this complement as an upgrade? No, bottom. This is a 1, bottom. Salvage is probably pretty good. Fell the dragon. Maybe, depending on what he plays. Here, I might weave that in. Am I even trying to... Okay. I have to just take... do I? Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I don't know what he's going to play. And I play that because he has actions. Okay, the double ping, that's pretty good. Okay, we claim. Claim, flip. Pray. I think that's it. Okay, so I can overwhelming. I could fell the dragon him. And he just attacks in. I think on a 5-er. Yeah, I think I just flip overwhelming and just hope that it gets me there. I think it's that simple. Yeah, just give myself... I'll just give myself both options. Oh, I gotta... yeah, I'll just put that down. Feels super bad, but I want to be able to weave that in potentially. We're looking at 10. 10 we need to get through. I want to kill that. It's 3 to me. So that would put me at 5. I'll just take a couple. I can't take too many. Because I think what I might do is attack in. That puts me... I have to fill the Dragonet. I just want to leave myself at 4. 4 health at least. So fill the dragon and then save the overwhelming potentially. Or he flips to the ground. And then I attack in here, finally kill the Vader. He plays a unit. I could claim and then overwhelming it. Okay, all right. This guy gets all the answers, bro. Okay, all right, GG. Okay, final game. A Han Red Tarkintown. A little interesting. Don't think this hand's good enough. I'll take this. We can go Mercenary. I think we go Inferno 4. Or we can go double 1. I don't know if I need to go double 1 into this. I think I'm going to try the Mercenary. So I can go... Huh. Do I care about Fell the Dragon? Here, I don't care about Fell the Dragon. Let's just do this. So I wanted to curate the draw. Try to put a 2-drop or a 3-drop. Be ready to go. Well, you get more damage this way. Okay. Okay, bottom. And then top. Okay. I think we end up keeping First Order TIE Fighter, not the Forged Starfighter. Next turn. Oof, that's terrible. Okay, claim. Hate that for us. Do have a decent amount of shields. So it might help. Okay, we're definitely putting down the Forged in this situation. We have a good curve out. He has up 4, so we can get Force Throwed. Probably just going to get damaged Tarkintown. Should just go for 1. Okay. I'm just going to bait out a few actions here. I don't know if I care about Fill the Dragon. I think I'm just digging for... Well, Fill the Dragon against Poe. Be Poe's next turn. And let's do that. And then we'll go here. Okay, this is okay. I like this. This is cool. Okay. Now I don't think we need Phil the Dragon. Okay, we're gonna go. We'll attack it immediately with First Order Tie to get the 3 damage. Gonna do a ton. What is this? 2, 4, 7, 8 potentially. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna put him at 7. We'll have shuttle with the shield on it. We'll be at 8. We spike an OB. I think we're in a really good spot. I think we shielded. I think we covered the First Order TIE Fighter. From sugars. We'll move. Choose there. I think a little too vulnerable. He actually does decent damage. So I think spreading that out is probably good. We go here. Forced wait. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it. It was the on death effect. Okay. So force the Daring Raid and Tarkintown there, even though. Oh, and there it is. That's what we're looking for. 4 damage. Yeah, we can kill both those. Or we can go survive his gauntlet. Like, for next turn. So if we get him down to 3, 5, was it 3, 5, 6, or 3, 5, 8, 9, 9 heal at 17. I don't think this is necessary. We can just have Craving as another option. And then this is a 1 cost as a pilot, so we can fit that in. So I don't think that's worth it. I think we go overwhelming on this guy, pop both of these, and we do over damage between them to not give him a chance to ping one of my tokens. Yeah, there's the Poe. We attack in for 5. He's gonna ping 1. Let me just do as much damage as possible. So you can defeat You can defeat an upgrade, like if he attacks, but it's like he should try to stop my Vader. But I could even like Vader and Craving on ground. I'm gonna give myself the option. I could Victor. Because that's what 2. He has 8 left, so that might just be enough. I think this is probably the most least likely thing I'm going to use. Okay, I wonder what the optimal move is. Is it just Victor leader? Because he has nowhere close to lethal on board. I think we just push 2. We have a ton of actions. He can defeat. He can discard both cards in hand. Yeah, and his hand is limited as well, so Poe is not as strong. If we beat enough actions, depending on if he either attacks with Poe or uses cards in hand, then we're in a good spot. Like, I think it's pretty tough for him to do anything here. Okay. And then, yeah, there's no way for lethal. We just go like this, and then this is threatening lethal. Yeah. Okay. GG. That was kind of a fun deck. It was a little different. Okay, so after the 5 games we played with this, my thoughts on it, I think it's pretty strong. Big fan of it. It answers a lot of the current threats in the meta by having so many shields and being able to steal shields. That won me a ton of games. It made it very difficult for opponents to be able to interact with my board because people are relying so much on squeezing in at one cost, like force throw or being able to force lightning something. That's if I go tall, but they don't have a shield on it, for example, and then I'm able to put in a ton of pressure on them as I'm doing that, where it's a little difficult for them in that diagonal version of a game where I'm in space, they're on ground. Even if they're healing quite a bit, I feel like I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on them. We have a ton of actions, just like the typical version of Vader 4. So it's like, I think the biggest difference here is being able to steal their shields and consistently be able to gain shields of our own. We also have Entrenched. I didn't have an interaction with Entrenched in the games we played where I was able to potentially win a race by entrenching something they had. I did try to entrench my own unit to be able to fight back on board versus a Boba4 Yellow. That was a tough matchup. I called like the one outer that bodies me there. If they had the Vader pilot, I'm gonna have to run some more games to see if you have to play around at what we do versus a Vader, like a space deck that is using the Vader pilot, the 3/3 that can ping, because it just snowballs so hard. I feel like in the other version of Vader, you would just be dead in the water. Whereas this one, I feel like we had a couple chances here. Maybe if I picked up Eager Escort, and then obviously in sideboard examples like being able to get the double shielded unit or no glory only results or something like that. Like there's so many different things that we could have, especially if we went to a game 2 or 3, to be able to potentially fight back in that situation, but it's just unfortunate. So overall, I think it's really good. I think it's a good answer to some of the big meta staples, and I would encourage you guys to give it a shot, and maybe I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So that's going to be the video, guys. You have a good one. Peace.